In the rush of Mumbai's local, nobody waits for no one, but one man paused for humanity, where he helped a woman deliver a baby on the Ram Mandir railway platform. But along with him was Dr. Devika Deshmukh, not in physical but on a video call, where she helped the woman get a new life into this world. We've got Miss Devika to speak to us. First of all, brave work. We see you throughout social media. People are applauding you, praising you for the work that you did. How does it feel?
Thank you so much. The more the wishes, the more the blessings, the more happy we feel as doctors. So right now I'm just feeling thoroughly grateful for all the love and support that you're showering. More than for us, it is for the baby.
Absolutely. Like you mentioned, it is for the baby, and getting a new life in the world, it is not an easy task.
Absolutely.
The man, coming in the form, halting there, wanting to do the delivery, and people supporting him in the presence of no woman there itself. How did it all start? When did he call you? What was your reaction? And when did the process begin?
So first of all, I really want to thank the media and thank the person who shot this, because when we start getting into an emergency, it's not even there in our head that somebody might be shooting us or creating a video out of this, because it is an inspiration to many. So when he understood it was an emergency, and then he conveyed it to me, and I understood that it was an emergency to be conducted then and there, it took us some time to just come on the same page, right, to go through this process together. But it was inevitable, because we had to save the life of the mother and of the baby simultaneously at the same time. It was a very complicated case that got handled in a much better way, because of the team spirit which was there in it. It was Mr. Vikas who took the lead, but it was the people surrounding him who supported him. I think that support is extremely important. Nobody was in fight with one another. That was always like, okay, we are doing this together, what is needed, and people were in the spirit of helping each other out. And that is why even the woman who was delivering felt relaxed and relieved. And that is where I was in picture through the video call, constantly talking to the mother to see if she's not unconscious. She needs to be conscious, she needs to be reciprocative, she needs to be okay. And then the baby as well, who was coming out. And it was a very scary yet a situation that needed to be calm and composed and needed to be handled then and there.
So, like you mentioned, calm and composure was the most important ingredient required in this very process. But at the same time, men being there, they were trying their best to, help the woman. But at the same time, during these process, you require certain equipment, certain scissors and all of that. Yes. How was it arranged? And, they would have asked you that where do we get it from? Yeah. And how did that happen? What all did you ask them to get, and from where did they arrange it?
So the calm and composure first comes from my parents to me. No, in no situations have I seen them becoming extremely anxious or extremely,
reactive.
Reactive. So the calm and composure, I'm thanking the blessings of my parents, who have made me in such a way that in emergency, the only thing that you need is being calm. And then be calm. Because I was being calm and focused, I did repeat two to three times each and every instruction. And while repeating, I was thinking about the next instruction, that where could we arrange these scissors from, what could be close by. And Mr. Vikas was following them to the T, and we arranged whatever we could get, like the blanket and the bed sheet that they had with them in the backpack, the woman and her husband, the relatives. So we immediately put that down so that she could lie down on a platform surface, on an elevated surface, which was still flat, and then from nearby tea stall, and a place where you could get a lighter from. So we got a pair of scissors from there, a lighter from somewhere, and we collected everything, water and salt and sugar, from a place which was open late night, because midnight all the shops are closed. Sure. So wherever you could find anything from, a bottle of water which the passengers were carrying, they opened the water bottle, they put the sugar and salt in it, they made a mixture so that the mother could have it, because she was dehydrated, she was scared and in worry. Some water with some electrolytes could help her. So that was being prepared. That is where we got everything from, and so that we could follow some sterilization somewhere where we could degerminate things. So that is where we brought the scissors. I asked them to get the scissors. They got it. They lit it with a lighter. I said that, you know what, light it so that it will be hot, nice and hot, but don't use it when it's hot. Let it calm down, let it cool down, and then you use it to cut the cord. So, and Mr. Vikas was hesitating that time, and that is when I said, you know what, it is Ram Mandir station, Shri Ram ka hi hai Ashirwad, ab badhiya se aage jao. You just take the name of the God, keep a good feeling in your heart, and you go and cut it. Nothing's going to happen. If anything happens, I am here to tell you, so don't worry about it. And he went ahead and did that. You know, it was a very critical stage. It was, and when that happened and the baby was safely delivered, all of us were so overwhelmed, so happy with joy, and at the same time still feeling that nothing should go wrong. So the complication was still not over, or we were still not out of danger. Until the baby cried, until the baby cried, and then skin to skin contact was what I asked them to give. It was baby skin to the mother's skin on the chest, where the baby understands the mother's heartbeat, and that is where the baby understood it's a mom. It started crying, it responded, and the mother too felt very happy.
So, what's the condition for now of the mother and the child? Are they safe? Are they admitted? And what is the family's reaction? They would have literally come and been there, and they would have literally, praised you. You're like a godlike figure for them right now.
Any doctor in my situation would have acted in the same way. I feel doctors, we as doctors are in that role of responsibility, where we are responsible for people to feel safe in our hands. And so the patient's family is doing completely okay. They are overwhelmed with the support that they have gotten, and I would say let us all support them. They are coming from a very small and a very poor and a family who needs support. And so when I went to meet the family yesterday in the hospital, they were very happy that the kid was delivered, the kid is safe, and they're all fine. The mother is also doing okay. She needs time to recover. So I would definitely request that to not approach the mother and the baby at this time, because it's very critical. The baby has come through shock, and the mother has also come through a shock. In the sense, the shocking delivery and the method in which the baby was delivered, the baby and mother will take their time to recover. So, but till then, let us pray for them, let us wish for them, and the love that you are offering and the support that you all are offering is genuinely beyond words. So, all these prayers will help.
So, like you mentioned that what they've come through is a trauma. In that situation, on a platform, you do that. But, no pregnant lady would expect her delivery to be in this form. Because you are an expertise in at least these scenarios of panic, what would your suggestions be to that soon-to-be mothers to, ensure that they take these their trimester, post-trimester seriously, and they head to the hospital days before they expect the labor pain to come in?
Yeah, what I would say is that in any case, when you know you are pregnant, keep a follow-up of every month how the development is going, and ask the doctor what precautions need to be taken in the final trimester. That means after 6 months. So 7th, 8th and 9th are very crucial months. It will be good if the female, if the would-be mother would get herself registered in a hospital which is closer to house, or the hospital where she wants to, but then stay closer to where the hospital is. It should be as close as like literally 5 minutes from there, so that any emergency case or any scenario could be handled in a better way. I don't wish any mother should go through the suffering that this woman went through. Her luck was very, very strong. The baby has come with a very good luck. Everything went out totally fine, and we were there to help. But let no mother suffer through what she has. So yes, so then keeping records and keeping doctor's emergency contact, your own physician or gynacs emergency contact, where you can contact them in case anything can happen at home too, right? You don't need to be outside itself. But if you're closer to the hospital, or you have the gynac's number, they could be help, or the obstetrician's number, they could be of help to you.
You know, I read your resignation. You are MD in Ayurveda and Panchakarma, and so does your family background you hail from. But you know, in a situation where you know that this is actually a gynec's job, and they should have been there in the situation, but nobody was there. Did it really come back in your mind that you know this could somewhere go wrong? And were you ready for that? Like, what were you thinking all over the mind? Because I'm continuously thinking through your mindset, what you would be going through. So, what was that like?
You know, though we are specialized in other forms as an MD, we all have the same base. So I had to actually step down from not thinking that I'm an MD Panchakarma to thinking that I'm basically a doctor. We have been trained for everything. And I did not have time to think about, oh, I should talk to gynec or obstetrician, because when I saw it in the video, I understood it's there and I am the only person available. I don't have time to think about anybody else who could come in this situation and help. And so I had to take up that role and I had to go back to the basics, which I had learned many years ago when I had conducted deliveries as an BAMS graduate, where I had operated, I had performed surgery. So all of these basic training that we got as a basic doctor is, I had finished my graduation in 2010. So that I had to go back to 2010, where in my college I've been taught these things by my teachers and the doctors, how to perform surgeries, what are the steps. So all of that really helped, and me being in practice, it really helped. Yes.
So, you know, Mr. Vikas, and especially you doing a commendable job, people were also pouring in their help. Now, that speaks volume about the kind of place and a city that Mumbai is, that in a hustling, bustling place, at night, 1 a.m., people are dropping in to help and give whatever they have, be it, you know, all the things that are needed. What do you have to say about the spirit of Mumbai, a feeling that we both, in fact, the cameraman could correlate to?
I think we are extremely fortunate to be born in a country like India. Our strength is our population, if we use it wisely. For the world, it might look like a crowded place. For us, we are all in it together. And that spirit was shining bright two nights ago when this happened. So we helped each other. I think what we really need to think about is a helping mindset or a running away mindset. That's all. You know, if somebody like Mr. Vikas would have run away from the situation, or anybody that, hey, this is not my cup of tea, I can't help it, it's about the woman, let her see, then nothing could have happened. They couldn't have been saved. But because he thought, people supported him. So when एक person भागता है, सब उनके पीछे भागते हैं, you would think whether you are running towards it or you are running from away from it. I think that is all that we need to be a little bit mindful about.
So, I know I have taken a lot of your time, but my last question to you would be, people are calling you Dr. Pia from Three Idiots. Now, you are a real life Dr. Pia who has come in and who did a commendable job with this incident. How will this stay with you forever, and how do you carry this forward?
You know, when I ride my bike and I wear the helmet, few of my friends used to call me, oh, you look like Dr. Pia. But I never thought in real life.
So these compliments are not new to you.
Because the helmet looks the same as Kareena Kapoor's helmet. And but then I never knew that I could be really performing what she showed on camera. I think our movies need to be more encouraging towards any real life situations that might occur, and we need to be ready for it. I think more and more movies in a positive aspects need to be shown in to the public, to especially generation that is right now, who need more inspiration, rather, who need more humanity. We need grounds of humanity first, then comes the caste or anything of the person. It doesn't really matter. On human grounds, we are all connected. These connections need to be stronger, not just virtually, but through contact as well, to direct contact as well. So if we talk more and more to people and know their stories, is when we understand that we all have similar stories. Absolutely. You know, and we can correlate and we can be genuinely connected.
So, you know, I'm just going through Kerala Ayurvedic Clinic, being a Panchakarma clinic. What do you guys offer, and what is it that pregnant women can practice from Panchakarma that can help them during their days?
In Ayurveda, we have a beautiful concept called as गर्भ संस्कार, जो जब आप गर्भ में होते हो, एक गर्भवती स्त्री को, you know, a pregnant woman can practice that. Those are sanskaras that we do at every month. It is a different sanskar. That means a different formulation that helps growth of the child by every month. Because if you would have seen, every month a child develops a different system of the body. So what Ayurveda says, and we have it recorded in our text, is every month the mother should perform certain things, like music therapy, like she should eat certain things that will support the growth of the organs that are growing every single month. So Ayurveda can offer in that. Panchakarma or therapies can help a woman or a couple to get pregnant in a way so that they will not have a complicated labor. At the same time, they'll have a very healthy progeny. And that is what I practice at Kerala Ayurvedic Clinic, our own clinic. We practice preconceptional care. So I help couples who are coming at a later age in their life, where they want to have a child but they are unsuccessful. There are fertility issues both in male and female side. So we go with detoxification, internal detoxification, external detoxification, and then mental healing therapies with panchakarma therapies, which actually act in their favor to conceive naturally and give birth without miscarriages, without abortions, without any genetic disorders. So we are working with that. Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Devika, for speaking to NDTV. So we heard her, who was the one on video call on that night, and she guided Mr. Vikas to do the delivery, and thereafter it went on to be successful. And for now, the child as well as the mother both are in safe condition, and they're currently admitted in the hospital. But this was a true display of the spirit that distincts Mumbai from other cities, and that is what makes us special. From Mumbai with video journalist Sachin Sawant, this is Sujata Dwivedi reporting for NDTV.